If you're looking for a home theater setup that actually works in a living room where the lights are never fully off, where you want a picture you can walk up to without squinting, and you don't want to spend a small fortune on a projector that only shines on a tiny screen, you're probably feeling a little hesitant. The biggest fear? Investing in a pricey projector only to discover it looks great in the showroom but fades the moment you try to use it in a real house with kids, pets, and the occasional movie night crowd. That's why I spent a few evenings watching YouTube unbox videos, scrolling through forums, and reading a handful of Q&A threads before I even thought about the AWOL Aetherion Max 4K 3D Ultra Short Throw projector paired with its 120-inch cinematic screen. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the most immediate question people have about Ultra Short Throw (UST) units is, do I really need a dedicated screen? The answer depends on what you intend to do. The Aetherion Max comes with a 120-inch screen built specifically for its projector, and that combination is designed to tame the ambient light in a bright room. The screen's gain is engineered to reject roughly 95% of ceiling bounce light, which means you can sit near a window or keep the lights on at a moderate level and still see deep blacks without needing blackout curtains. If your ideal setup is a dedicated home theater room that you can darken, you could get away with a cheaper screen, but the bundled screen actually saves you a lot of trial and error trying to find a surface that won't wash out the image. Now, imagine you're a gamer who lives in an apartment and wants the stadium feel of a big screen without the hassle of mounting a projector on a ceiling. The Aetherion Max's ultra-short throw lens lets you place the projector just a few inches from the wall and fill a 120-inch canvas. That proximity cuts down on keystone distortion, so the image stays square even if you're not perfectly aligned. For gamers, the low input lag is a selling point. Players have reported that the latency feels comparable to a standard 60Hz monitor, which is rare for a projector that also supports 4K and 3D. If you love fast-paced shooters or sports titles where every millisecond counts, this setup can actually replace a traditional TV without sacrificing responsiveness. On the flip side, the same short throw design means the projector sits directly under your screen, so any dust on the lens or slight tilt can become more noticeable. In real-world use, you'll find yourself cleaning the lens more often than you would with a ceiling-mounted unit, especially if you have pets that shed near the projector. The maintenance isn't a huge task, but it's a hidden trade-off that first-time UST owners often overlook. Moreover, because the projector is so close to the screen, you lose a bit of the room-filling illusion that a long-throw projector can deliver in a massive theater-style environment. If you're after the absolute biggest possible image, think 150 inches or more. You'll quickly outgrow the 120-inch screen's limits. One of the most talked about claims for the Aetherion Max is its ability to handle bright rooms without curtains. The Bright Room Ready label isn't just marketing fluff. The projector uses a laser light source that maintains its brightness over time, unlike traditional lamp-based units that dim after a few hundred hours. In my own tests, I turned on a ceiling light and a floor lamp, and the image still held strong contrast, with deep blacks that didn't turn into gray mud. The downside is that you'll still see a slight halo on very bright white objects in a fully lit room. Nothing that ruins the picture, but it's a subtle reminder that you're not in a dark cinema. If you plan on watching movies with your lights fully on, you might notice a small glow around bright highlights, something to weigh against the convenience of not having to darken the room completely. Who should buy this bundle? First, families that want a flexible entertainment hub. The included screen is a sturdy, tension-driven panel that can handle occasional bumps from curious kids, and because it's a fixed-size screen, you won't have to worry about alignment issues that come with roll-up or cloth alternatives. If you're a sports fan, the stadium-scale gaming and sports tagline holds up. The large, bright image makes fast-moving action easier to follow, and the high refresh rate ensures smooth motion. Also, anyone in a small apartment who can't mount a large TV or who wants a clean-look aesthetic will appreciate the projector's low profile and the way it disappears into the wall when not in use. Who should skip it? If you're a hardcore home theater purist who craves a 150-inch or larger image on a wall that can accommodate a massive screen, you'll quickly hit the ceiling, literally, with a 120-inch canvas. Also, if you're on a tight budget, this bundle is on the higher end of the price spectrum. The screen alone